When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I want to focus on something in light of the unfortunate passing of Kevin Samuels, and most of the headlines that are talking about this in different news outlets are characterizing him as a misogynist, and that's just what he was. And so many different Black women agree, and Black men too, some Black men too, agree with that assessment of him in totality. And while that may be so, what I really want to focus on is the real reason why they are calling him a misogynist. What was really at the core of a lot of the message that Kevin Samuels was speaking on his platform. And the one thing I'm just gonna get it out of the way, and then we're gonna really talk about it. The one thing that made Black women really hate Kevin Samuels' message was that he had the audacity to state implicitly and also imply that Black men had intrinsic value, and that Black men had a value of their own that was not tied to the subservience to Black women, and that Black men had a value that was not assigned to them by Black women. And I want y'all to think about that for a moment, because that's what was really making the hyenas mad. Yeah, they was mad when he called them overweight. Yeah, they was mad when he said, well, you leftover women, or, you know what I'm saying, or you're in the danger zone, or any of the other things that he would say. They were mad about that. They were mad about that stuff, sure. But mostly, I think the vitriol that was reserved for him came from his assertion that Black men could be high value men, that Black men had value. And the reason why they were mad at that is because all hyenas' actions and all of their thoughts are founded on the assumption and the assertion that Black men don't have any value. They absolutely have no value, especially not any that a Black woman didn't assign to him. And Black women assign value to men based on what he can do for her, and how much he can kiss her butt, and how much he can sniff up behind her, and how much he can coddle her, and how much he can keep consequences and accountability away from her, and how much he can suffer on her behalf. That is the value that Black women assign to Black men. And it was Kevin's position that Black men actually had value of their own, value that they were bringing to relationships, value that they was bringing to the world as men. Not any less or any decrease than any other men were bringing. And it really got them when he came up with the concept of, or he asserted the concept of the high value man. Because the reality was he was talking about black men. He was saying that there are black men who are top financial earners, and there are black men who have internal value as well as external value. It's not just about the money. It's about the value of the men and their masculinity overall. And he further asserted that not only did black men have this intrinsic value, but he had the audacity to also imply and insinuate and explicitly state that black women needed to acknowledge and respect that intrinsic value. And that was the real crux, and that was the real problem that Hyenas had with Kevin Samuels' message. How dare he get up here as a black man and try to tell the collective of black women that black men were human, and that black men had feelings, and that black men had intrinsic value, and that black men had masculinity that they offered. And how dare he tell black women that we should come into relationships not only, we need and we want all of this stuff from men, but also we're coming into relationships with an air of entitlement and disrespect. How dare he tell black women that they ought not come into relationships with black men or any man with a sense of entitlement and an air of disrespect that he's gonna get outright? How dare he tell these hyenas that in order to have healthy relationships that you have to enter it with respect, and then you got to maintain that respect as well and give it as well as receive it. How dare he say that black men, being men, actually wanted something in return in a relationship for what they give? And for him to say that black men gave things in relationships, that black men gave cover. He may not have ever said it the way that I say it, but in essence, he was saying black men come with these 4 P's among so many other values and intrinsic worth. He's coming into a relationship providing money, providing stability, providing masculine life. He's coming into relationships with problem solving. He's coming into relationship with protection. He's coming into the relationship with procreation. And in return for covering you and being committed to you and being committed to whatever family you guys create together, he wants something in return. How dare he insinuate that black men should get anything in return? That was the true problem. How dare he get on a public platform and then have the audacity to have more than 1 million followers listening to this man tell black men and tell black women that black men have intrinsic value as human beings and as men. And that if you want to get into a relationship with them and you want a healthy relationship with them and you want a functional relationship with them, you're going to have to acknowledge that fact. And you're going to have to act like you know that fact. You're going to have to carry yourself in a way that honors that fact. How do you do that? Fit, feminine, friendly. That was his thing. How do you do that? You got to get in shape. He wants something pretty to look at. You got to come at least cute. And black women had a problem with that. What you mean I got to lose weight? Because men are visual and men like looking at women. Men like looking at women. Contrary to popular belief, he like looking to the one that belong to him. And he want to look at you and feel lustful, just like he would look at another woman outside of the relationship and may feel lustful after her. He wanted to come home and you looking cute, you looking fine. You got, you're not obese, you're not overweight, you're not sloppy, you're not ugly, he wants to see that. He wants the visual appeal. He wants the femininity. He wants you to support him in a feminine way. He wants you to respect him. He wants you to love him. You know, the normal stuff that you would do in a relationship. Black men actually want that. If you want him to be in a relationship, be monogamous, be loyal, take care of everything, you know what I'm saying? Then black men need something in return. And he had the audacity to say that it was only fair that black women give something if you're getting something. That was the problem with his message. That men wanted to benefit from women. He wants to benefit from his woman. You benefiting from him. So you benefit from him in very tangible ways. You've been benefiting financially. You've benefiting by the covering. You've benefiting by the problem solving. You've benefiting by the protection. You've benefiting by the procreation. Okay, so what's his benefit? And they never liked it. What do you bring to the table? They never liked it. They still don't like it. If I'm giving you the tangibles that you want, what do I get? And black women, these hyenas, always denied that. Well, they would always be stuck because they didn't want to be, a lot of them didn't want to be on the record saying he don't get nothing. So they would default to, well, he get me, but getting you, what does that actually mean? To get you, what does that mean for him? To get you, okay, he gets you, but what does he get out of you? Exactly. A hard time and an attitude? Like what do he get out of you? Disrespect and entitlement? Like, that's not something that nobody wants. He don't want a problem. He doesn't want a woman entering into his life that's about to be a problem. Nobody wants that. If women don't want men to enter their life and be a problem, why would men want women to enter their life and be a problem? That doesn't make any sense. And this was really the most hated teaching. How dare he bring up a conversation that make black men consider that they do actually have value and that women don't assign it. That he has intrinsic value as a man, just like women say they got intrinsic value as a woman. It go both ways. To spark a conversation where black men specifically are getting together and saying, wait a minute, I do have value. I am out here busting my butt. I am out here being a man. Like, I'm being a complete man right now. Like, what's good? And when I look around, these women are not even thankful or respectful at all of anything. The women in my life act like I owe them. And they don't do nothing for me in return. Anytime I need anything or want anything, it's a no. It's a flat out no when you got to make a million excuses as to why I can't get what I asked for. But then if I tell you no, it's World War V. Now the whole sky got to fall because I told you no. And that's why these hyenas was always mad at him. That was the real deal. If you think about it, you'll understand that that's the truth. That was the real deal. See, all that other stuff was smoke and mirrors. We fat. Y'all like being fat and all that kind of stuff. So whatever. He was trying to let y'all know, just because a dude want to come smash, that doesn't mean that he value you. That don't mean that he want to actually be with you. To make a man want to be with you, you got to actually be presenting with some type of value or something that he want. And there's a man somewhere that want what you have. And I never saw that as a bad message. Thing about it is, as lionesses, as opposed to hyenas, we rebuke the harmful message that black men don't have any intrinsic value. We know black men have intrinsic value and we honor it. We honor the men in our lives, be that our husbands, long-term boyfriends, sons, fathers, nephews, brothers, whatever that he is to us. We understand that he has value as a human being. This is why we would never go online and spit vitriol after a man has passed away. This was daytime to prove that black men actually don't have any value and to go and publicly devalue him. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.